Hi dear students, welcome back to your chemistry class. Today we are going to have two new topics. The first one is properties of salt. What is the properties of the salt? Remember, salts are actually ionic compounds. So all the properties which are related to the ionic compounds, they are also related to the salt. They are also the properties of the salt. What are they? Mostly, the first one, they have high melting and boiling point as the ionic compounds. For example, NaCl, which is a salt, the melting point is about 801 degrees of Celsius and the boiling point is about 1413 degrees of Celsius. So it is a high melting and boiling point. They have definite and regular crystalline form. In crystalline form, they are so regular. Every atom, every ion, a positive ion is surrounded by a negative ion, but negative ions and the negative ions are surrounded by positive ions. Solids cannot conduct electricity. Why? Because there is no way to conduct electricity. Why? Because every negative ion is surrounded by positive ions. But when we dissolve them in water or melt them, they can conduct electricity because of the free ions. So when we dissolve them or when we melt them, the crystalline form is destroyed. So the ions are free to go anywhere they want. That's why they can conduct electricity. They are hard but brittle. We cannot break them easily, but when we break them, they will change to powder because they are brittle. So that is the properties of the salts. Again, remember, they are ionic compounds, so all the properties of the ionic compounds are the properties of salts. Now, let's go to some important salts that we use. First one is NaCl, sodium chloride, or table salt. It is widely used for cooking purpose. We use them to make some delicious foods. It is also used for de-icing of the roads in winter. So in winter where there is a lot of ice on the road, they pour salt to de-ice the road. We can produce them in laboratories through this equation. Hydrogen chloride or hydrochloric acid with sodium hydroxide, an acid and a base react with each other, and then we have sodium chloride and H2O, water. If you remember, this reaction, a reaction of an acid with a base, was neutralization reaction. Yes, that's right. We can find them also in mines as stones. They are solid, we can find them. And we can also find them in seawater. You know that in some seawater, they are dissolved about 16.5%. So it is a large amount of salt. And how do we produce this salt? By evaporation. Actually, they make like a pool and they pour the water that's there, and then they evaporate the water by sun, and at the end we have a large amount of salt. And about 150 million tons of this NaCl or sodium chloride is used per year worldwide. So it is not used only for eating or for cooking purpose, for many other purposes and in industries as well. And the second one is potassium chloride. What is potassium chloride? It's so good for growth of the plants. So that's why we use this as fertilizers. So That was all for today. If you have any question, you can comment down below, and for more videos, you can subscribe our channel. Thank you. Have a nice day. Goodbye.